I lost control and as a result lost my BF and my best friend. I have been friends with my best friend, Sarah, for more than a decade. Me and BF have been together around a year. We're all early 20s. Me and Sarah went out for drinks after work. And my BF asked me to pick him up from his work as he was working late. And also doesn't have a car. I agreed. Sarah and I drank and I made sure to not get intoxicated since again, I was going to be the driver. Sarah got incredibly drunk. We had a really good time. And then it came time to go pick BF up. We hop in the car. And I ask Sarah to sit in the back seat. Since I feel like that's what most people do, right? Driver's partner is usually in the front seat. Sarah said no. And began arguing with me about it. I kept arguing back. And then she walked away from my car and went up to a random group of men on the street and started complaining to them about me. I was mortified and terrified for her, and also incredibly pissed off that she would do something so stupid. The men brought her back to me and told her to sit in the back. But she pushed him away as he was getting her into the car and in the front seat. I was seeing red at this point. Not because of the whole front seat backseat thing, but because I felt incredibly disrespected. She kept getting in my face arguing about the whole situation and I screamed at her. Side note. I believe I have to admit that I struggle with some severe anger issues and am diagnosed with BPD. The car ride to BF's work was dangerous. Because I was taking my anger out on the road. And because I felt very stressed out by her continuing to argue with me. I shouldn't have done that, of course. And I regret it. I pick up my BF and we're en route home, but he can feel the tension in the car as clear as day. Then halfway through Sarah pulls out a blunt, illegal where I live, and asks me for a lighter. I told her not to smoke in the car as I live with my mum and she has a very sensitive nose. BF is also not okay with weed. She again starts arguing with me and getting in my face and I could feel my blood pressure rising. And I lost it. I screamed at her to shut the fuck up. I brought up some things I knew would hurt her. And I started driving crazy again. BF started arguing with her too. And asked me to drop him off somewhere because he didn't feel safe. I was too busy trying to calm myself down and I ignored his request. I drop Sarah off. Then go to drop BF off and he gets mad at me. Kept telling me I was drunk and wouldn't believe me when I told him otherwise. When I dropped him off he told me to never pick him up again. I have spent my entire life and my entire relationship trying so hard to hide this part of myself. Because I know that nobody will want to be around me if they know. Now I feel like I have lost both of them. And they are all I have. What the hell do I do? TLDR. I got incredibly pissed off at my friend while my BF was on the car with us and now they both might hate me. You can fix it. But also drinking and driving is not all right. I made sure to not get intoxicated, just sounds bad. You knew you had to drive. You could have waited. Are you serious, RN? You are lucky that you didn't kill both of them while you were driving partially drunk and recklessly. You don't deserve those people as your friends. Because real friends don't put friends' lives in extreme danger. You are going to kill someone if you continue to act like a child when situations don't work out the way you intended. Grow up. Stop making excuses and take ownership for your pathetic behavior. Sound like you don't need no relationship but a long and deep therapy because you drunk driver and have clearly mental issues you can't deal with anymore. You all need to stop drinking. Start there. First, the friend is not your friend. A friend doesn't get to behave however they want. That includes you. By trying to argue with you as a driver, your friend put you in danger. By driving reckless, you put your friend and boyfriend in danger. Second, you need to apologize to your boyfriend. He may or may not forgive you, but that's something you just needs to accept. Third, you know you have a problem. You need to deal with it. That does not mean you have to accept mistreatment, but you need to own up and deal with how you react. How you do that is up to you. What works is different to everyone. Go to therapy. Study psychology. Anger management classes. Yoga is just a few options. Everyone but your boyfriend is at fault. IDKY what seat anybody sits in is important. First guest in the car gets front seat for me. My so is mature enough to be able to sit in the back seat. That whole argument makes y'all sound 16. Are you treating your BPD? Alcohol and bipolar don't mix well. Even if you were not drinking in excess and being careful, you probably should have not driven anywhere once you reached your boyfriend. Furthermore, you should have probably given him the keys or arranged for a different mode of transportation for the lot of you if he doesn't drive. I think you can salvage your relationship, but you should stop hiding your condition and learn when to stop and ask for help when needed. Possibly, if you haven't already, check in with your doctor and look at your options and involve the people in your life that should be able to steer you towards safe behavior when needed. 2 pairs of eyes are better than 1 and all that jazz. Cheer up and tackle that stupid thing. People that care for you will do the same with you. The fact you were arguing with your friend on where to sit tells me you were buzzed or drunk. I feel bad for your boyfriend, he is the innocent party in this mess. Also, if you have anger issues, get some help. I can't blame your BF for never wanting to get in the car with you again. Lol, you torpedoed a friendship by throwing a little shit fit about where your boyfriend should sit in the car. And then you were so unable to handle your emotions behind the wheel of a car that said boyfriend dumped you too. You need to be alone for a while. Get a shit ton of therapy. Whatever happens between you and BF, Sarah needs to go. She is toxic and will poison any meaningful relationship that you have whilst you still interact with her. Good luck. Fucking hell op, never drive whilst angry. You've already got a plethora of issues and you could have easily killed all 3 of you that night. You've lost them. If they're smart, they'll stay gone for good. Sorry, but putting people in deliberate harm and then hoping for a resolution where you come out on top is not realistic. Not in the slightest. You should never hide any part of you. Especially with BPD. What you hide comes out anyway. You need to break things with this Sarah. She is not good for you. And then see your therapist. What kind of therapy do you have? If none, go see someone immediately. If you have BPD, you have to see a therapist. BPD is not a joke. It ruins you and everyone you have a relation with. You need therapy to control your emotions and heal. That's as your first priority. Maybe you think you have it under control now. But BPD gets worse with age and you don't want your future husband or children to suffer from your BPD. Then, talk to BF. Explain what was going on. Explain the BPD part and how it works, and then let him decide if you want to continue the relationship. It's not your fault you have BPD, but BF can decide for himself if he wants to be in a relationship with someone that has BPD. BPD can be very harmful for partners, especially if there is no therapy. I have known a lot of women with BPD in my life, and I have never seen a healthy relationship with any of them. I know one of your biggest fear is abandonment, but it's probably best if you get control of your BPD before getting in any a relationship. You should be alone for a while and learn to heal and love yourself. Good luck. Not really sure why most on here are piling on only you for this mess. Both of you are responsible for this shit show. Driving while having an obnoxiously drunk person next to you is aggravating. Even when you are sober. She owes you an apology. You owe the BF an apology and stop living in fantasy land. Nobody can spend their whole lives hiding who and what they are from the people in your life. You have anger issues. You've been diagnosed, so what's the cloak and dagger stuff for? Change your behavior and have a talk with this Sarah that next time she decides to get shit-faced. She's getting an Uber. Your BF has a right to not get in a car with you anymore because you are reckless. It's not the end of the world. Fix it. Why I think you start to be angry easily when you drink? Is that true? Reduce alcohol. And keep in mind that everyone of your community should be aware for your diagnostic. Especially the closer one. They can help you. And will be helpful for you in future. That is not something that you can hide forever. I think the situation with your friend will be resolved. She was drunk. So when she comes to normal you will find common language. But your BF is disappointed and saw one part of you that never seen. I don't know your mental health. So ho thing you was drunk. Hi thing that you are irresponsible. Doesn't matter if you drunk little amount or big. You will drive and that is not acceptable at all. I really thought this post was going to take a different turn. Thank God all three of you are still alive. Drunk driving is no joke. The best thing you can do now is not drive drunk in the future. Sounds like you're better off without this friend, but might be worth chatting to your boyfriend after he's had some space. You need to stop drinking and driving. Stop driving dangerously out of anger. Seek help with anger management. Not make a big deal out of where someone sits in a car. Apologize. Accept that your friend and boyfriend have the right to decide they don't want you in their lives. Learn from this. Full stop. You're really drinking and driving and don't see a problem? Fuck that noise. Tipsy driving is drunk driving. You were drunk driving. And BPD can be worked through in therapy. Good for your boyfriend for respecting himself enough to remove you from his life. Time for personal responsibility and a new friend. You shouldn't be hiding those parts of you. You should be dealing with them. You haven't lost them. You just had a bad night.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.